Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. We'll jump in the queue here and see who we can get. Oh, look at that. It's Wonderboat. Base +8, 60 seconds. I see some big units. That's the first thing that stands out to me. Shadowfang, Zamora, Asteri, Centurion. Seems like a lot of defense. I think you clearly want Centurion, and you'd love to get Shadowfangs behind that if you can, but you'd also love to get Zamora if you can, right? Which one can you do? Which one is better to do? Do you go like... Because if you want both, I think you go DD, 1C, DDC. That's pretty clear. If you want just Centurion, I think you go 1EE. And if you want just Zamora, I guess you do the same thing you would if you were getting both. So the question, I guess, is it worth skipping Zamora to go just for Centurion? Or perhaps to punish a player who wants to go for... Yeah, I think I'm going to try to get the Zamora and then the Centurion. Opponent's going to get that out faster, fine, but they'll be behind on the econ game. I don't super mind. Now, by doing this, they do make themselves somewhat vulnerable. If I could get, like, Shadowfangs, maybe they would have difficulty... Like, this is a very fast opening, right? What if I just went 1A right now? Right? It's sort of hard to get Shadowfangs that way, but... 1A. Is what they're doing really so aggressive that I can punish it that way, or can they use Doomed Wall to survive? Let's say I did this. I could get, like, Tarsier Nitrocybe and another Vivid. I don't think that's fast enough. Okay, we'll just mirror with a slower Zamora and more economy. Yeah, you do want that NG. So you're building Zamora, Drone, Vivid next turn? Oh, or you could just... No, you can't build 2 drones this turn. You only have $5. That's the downside of 1C, is you put yourself well behind in the economy race. Not so far behind, I guess. I can't get a third NG anytime soon, but, like, I don't know. I'm up 2 drones so far. And I have the option to Vivid more aggressively because I have more real drones, whereas my opponent soon will not have that many. Interesting. Don't you want more econ than this? Like, Centurion's kind of a big deal. It's not me, right? Yeah, no, I'm connected to the internet, alright. So what am I doing next turn? DD seems pretty clear. It leaves me $8. I could get a couple NGs, or I could get some tech. I feel like we really want a lot of drones. But maybe you don't need that many because Zamora is producing your income? I don't know. It's going to be kind of a bummer if my opponent just disconnected. We don't get to see how this plays out. Well, if they build this Animus, I don't think I'm going to build, like, 4 Engineers. I think I might just get my own Animus. Oh, they're back. Cool. This just seems like not enough drones yet, right? But I like, I don't know. Tarsiers are important. The last time I had a Zamora game, I won because I got red faster than my opponent, right? But let's say I did this. I could build 2 Tarsiers as 8. 7 left. Drone Vivid. Seems okay. Turn after that, get a Forge. I won't... In that line, I won't be ready to... I won't have a wall against my opponent's Tarsiers. I don't think I want an Animus right now. Let's just get more drones. This is too many. Well, no such thing as too many when you have Vivids, right? I want a Forge, and with it I can afford Drone Vivid. I guess that's fine. Alright, so opponent wants to start getting Fangs, I guess. Or they're just like building a little poke check or something? Like, what's the deal here? I'm not sure. I would have preferred in my opponent's position to get more drones instead of this Animus, I think. Yeah, when you build an Animus and then immediately spend it on Sibes, you've got to be like thinking maybe it wasn't a great idea to get the Animus. I remember a Breach-Proof game where an opponent got like all the Venges and then built an Animus for like 2 Nitro Sibes. It was like shocking. I mean, it would be nice to have a Forge. But these Nitrocibes are going to kill NGs eventually anyway. There's no real rush to protect against them. Yeah, this seems okay. I guess the idea with the Nitrocibes is attack before the Zamora arrives doesn't really matter. And so you wouldn't want Tarsiers. But they're now deciding, oh, this attack does matter. I'll get some Tarsiers. I don't know. You know, go ahead and pop your Nitrocibes if you want. They were always going to kill Engineers. You can have them now if you want. I feel like you should pop the Sibes since I'm actually making use of the energy. Probably, right? I clearly need another Forge next turn because I want the Centurion against Zamora. Seems pretty clear. How are we for Econ? I'm up a tiny bit, but I'm a half a turn behind on things. So, like, What that means is I'm quite a bit behind on attacker tempo, but quite a bit ahead in drone tempo, because even though I'm a half turn later than my opponent, I have more income. So, I don't know. I would really love to be able to get Fangs, but I think my opponent will get there first. Isn't that a bit early for your... I guess you want a Manticore, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Seems a little weird, but fine, I guess. You probably don't want a Manticore, right? You want to hold back your splitter, because I'll build a Doomed Wall, and I'm threatening you with Tarsiers, so... I don't know what you want the second blue for. But I think a Doomed Wall here gets perfectly fine value for me. I don't have to worry about it dying off too soon or anything. Okay, clearly should have reversed these Tarsiers and Nitrocybes, I think. Oh, I don't need the... Yeah, I need to build Centurion next turn, which means I need to own a Forge when that turn comes around. Okay. So can opponents sneak in a second Animus this turn? That would be really strong if they could do that. I'm glad to see that they can't easily do it. They're probably going to on the Zamora turn, though. They have enough green. I just feel actually quite behind. I don't have enough attackers. My drone lead has increased, but I'm behind a lot on attackers and Zamora tempo, right? Opponent even has a bit of a head start in... Well, I was going to say they have a head start in green, but I have a larger green bank. It looks the same, but that's, you know, half a turn sooner. So I have quite a bit of time before I have to actually... Yikes. Before I have to build more conduits. Interesting. Opponent might have to build another conduit this turn. Or hold back a splitter, both of which are sort of fine with me. But I'm still a fair bit behind on attack. So... I have more drones as a defensive resource, right? I can force field and my opponent can't. But next turn, defense was hard this turn because we were both spending all of our blue on Centurion. Starting next turn, we'll have access to like Doomed Walls and stuff, so it won't be that difficult to defend. It is not necessary to click these to kill the attacker, so they're losing one attack regardless. So this defends. Wow, Mysteri, what a play. Can I possibly, like, really get a Shadow Fang next turn? I would really love to do that. This is, like, the greed play. But I think it's what I need to do to win. Like... Two Doomed Walls is 14, 22. And I need at least... 2 conduits. That's 30. So if 2 Doomed Walls defends, I can get away with this. Does it? It's hard to imagine, right? Opponents attacking for 8, 12, 13. Maybe they hold this. 12, 14. I have 5, 13, 14, 15. And I have this nitrocide. Oh boy, this is a scary play, but I think I need to try it. To be the first one to be producing fangs is extremely good. Yeah, 2 conduits is what I need to fire some more next turn. The turn after next. Because I'll have, if I do nothing, I'll have 14 green. So I need 2 more. Alright, they didn't add any more attack. They just built a Tarsier. This is great news. It means I might be able to get away with what I wanted to do. Look at this. I'm like the king. I even got that nitrocide in. Alright. It's still going to be dicey. Like, the coming turns are not easy ones. But I have 2 Animuses, and I can build Fangs. Opponent is sort of on the back foot, I think. Being a little bit behind on drones. I don't know, I'm still committed to building some conduits, so like I have my own problems. These are things I must build, all of these. This is a problem. Okay, so it looks like I can't actually get a second Fang. Hang on, can opponent... Yeah, we're not guaranteed killing any nitrocides. Alright, well, maybe if we only get 1 Fang, it's not that great a deal. But the threat these nitrocides are providing is pretty cool too, isn't it? I'm losing at least 2 attack here. Yeah, so this does defend for my opponent. Maybe the Fangs were just too greedy, but I feel like I had to do something. I think being behind on Tarsiers was too big a deal. I had to make use of my drone advantage somehow. My opponent's Tarsiers, I think, should be Rhinos. God, my Doomed Wall Supply is scary, too. So if I did this, these do kill a bunch of sides, right? But, like, there's not much point. I might as well keep them. Yeah, I think I'm losing this one. My opponent, like, has more attack. And they're buying better things. And they have more Doomed Wall Supply. This is such a greedy Tarsier. You could kill me so much faster if you were buying Rhinos. Unbelievable. I don't know. I mean, it lets them get some engineers, I guess, but... Threatening to attack me for one more is just such a huge deal. They didn't let me breach the Centurion. Unlucky. I can't... Oh, hang on. I forgot. I better click Zamora. Another Fang? Like... I guess. That's... I can build it, so I probably should. I have this problem, like, of... I'd kind of like to turn these drones into force fields, and a conduit helps me do that more effectively than building 2 engineers. Let's do that. I get to keep 6 health alive, which means losing 2 sides and a rhino. Yes, this defends. Although I should probably click my sibes now, since they killed not only his sibes but also his rhino, taking some threat off the board. On the other hand, I have to click 2 sibes to wipe out 1 threat, so I think that's not so great. Oh dear. Okay, they have 5, 9. Yeah, they don't lose any threat, so I really have to do all of this. 4 rhinos to die on defense. What terrible news. Could I have clicked 1 side? They would have lost a side, but it's the same. I get to keep 7 health alive, losing a side and 4 rhinos. Yeah. They're defended and just super winning, right? I don't know. I'll wait till my turn and take another look at it, but like... Is there a blunder big enough that they could make that would let me win? It's hard to imagine. Another forge? Really? Are you out of NGs? Okay. Sure. I guess another forge is fine. Wasn't that rhino click correct? Oh no, I guess not, because you must have cut some other defense or something. Yeah, this is still not a breach. But this is... Yeah. Like, I don't even have enough rhinos to buy. Alright. So... My opponent got first Zamora, which was a pretty big deal. And they also did a better job with their red. Like, Sibes first and then the Tarsiers is clearly better than what I did. And they sort of, like, took the lead in everything, right? I needed to make my drone lead, the one thing I had, productive. I tried that with a second Animus, but... didn't really work out. So I think the thing I'd like to try is to see, like, was this whole, like, 1A thing working? Against this, I think they... Well, I was gonna say they shouldn't go Zamora, but if you open like this and don't go Zamora, like how on earth are you winning? You're so far behind on everything. You have the wrong tech and too few drones. So I think they must follow through with the Zamora plan, right? Like this. And it's important that I not float energy, so this like side is useful. So fine, they pick up the Zamora and get more drones. They really, like, I mean, they could build a forge here, I guess. But this is just not enough economy, I think. So they kind of have to let me hit them with some stuff here. Maybe they do need the forge, I don't know. We'll try this line. Oh. This might be pretty good. Pretty good here, right? They really do kind of need a wall against this, otherwise what was the forge for? And they get more drones. And I'm already laying down fangs. Yeah, I'm starting to think this was the better approach. Oh, this doesn't even defend. Yikes. So, I mean, you can get a doomed wall here. Absorb more. I am attacking for at least 3. But it's sort of tough to keep droning while you do that, right? This kills 2 NGs, which is the best use nitricides are gonna get, I guess. They're defended already. They might not have that much green to fire Zamora with. Oh, and they're a bit exploited, aren't they? Attacking for 5, which is what I'm doing. Kills wall onto doomed wall. And now they can click this if they want, but I don't know. Maybe I should have built a rhino instead of a drone here, but that just gives them permission to hold this. I don't think I really want to do that. Another doomed wall seems good to defend, and it does defend just barely. Zamora's coming up soon, so they'll need some defense, some green, but I don't think they should buy it just yet. They need defense more. So something like this, let's say. And I just have to like really pile on the damage before the Zamora fires to have a chance here. Now they can hold the splitter, it's free after all. Do something like this. Conduit NG. This sort of probably kills the splitter, but now, like, how am I defending? I guess this does it. Assuming they lose the splitter. And if they don't, it's sort of hard to attack with everything, isn't it? This is all the defense you can get. Yeah, that loses, so I think they can't absorb on the splitter if they do this. Which means maybe I didn't need all these rhinos, but yeah, this actually is still all the defense you can get. Huh. Is this enough though? Actually, it might be since they're killing a bunch of stuff. I have to lose 4 defense, 4 attack here. This just defends. Okay, and you need another conduit. Probably want some NGs. And like another conduit to go with. Basically, you need to kill me with just Zamora. Looks like you're going to. Right? Like, well, The doomed wall doesn't defend. And you need 2 more conduits. No, the doomed wall does defend. I'm losing 3 attack here. Let's make this another forge so you can build more walls, more doomed walls actually. Yeah, and I just like toast. Okay, so doomed wall. Wow, I'm actually really surprised by that outcome. I don't know. During the game, I thought this, but like thinking more about it, it's like, geez. You try to go for the super slow Zamora thing, and you do it by like cutting econ on turn 1, and turn 2? I don't remember for sure. Yeah, you have to do it on turn 1 and 2. Just a single drone. Meanwhile, like, the Shadowfang player... I don't know, could I have gotten the Fang sooner? My point is, like, they went for this slow but early vulnerable thing. And Shadowfangs are like a ton of pressure. You can ramp out damage really fast. And so it seems like they ought to be good enough to punish this. Like, in like just base plus Zamora, nothing else. Turn 1 drone conduit from player 2 is not a good opening. It's too aggressive, you punish it's too low econ, you punish it with like a red rush. This opening that my opponent tried is similar. And I have Shadowfangs. And like, what do they have to show for it? They have Doomed Walls and Vivid Drones. But Vivid Drones help both of us, so I think that like roughly cancels out. So I'm just really surprised that Doomed Wall is enough to make something like this actually good. I mean, should I have built 1C on turn 1? I don't think so. Could I have built the Shadowfangs more aggressively somehow? This turn here feels a little bad. Maybe I could have, like... this? They kind of want the Forge already against the Shadowfang I'm threatening, right? And this I guess gets me the Shadowfangs a bit faster. It felt... I didn't think of this because it seemed good to build one Animus and then like some Tarsiers and Scythes would be fine. But that slows down the time for my second Animus quite a lot. And I also wanted like some drones, so I don't know. Do this, get another Doomed Wall and a drone. This Doomed Wall is not actually good because I'm not doing enough damage. So we'll give him another envy or something, I don't know. So I get a lot of Fangs this way. And I even get this Rhino to like, so they don't get to keep chipping away at me with splitters, I guess. It is a lot of attack to be coping with. But they're about to have their Zamora, which means I'm in some danger. On the other hand, I guess I breach the way I made them play. Sort of seems like a problem. Like this has to lose, right? The state we got to just now. For my opponent, I mean. I can't let them get to the fangs, so I guess this. Maybe it doesn't lose after all, right? I'm only attacking for 11. And I have no drones. On the other hand, I get to all their Vivids, or their Conduits, because they can't really build any defense. I think this is the best they can do, in fact, here. And I think it is enough. Because even if I could kill all these Conduits, they could still fire Zamora one more time. So I guess I do this. I can't build enough Rhinos to live, right? So they breach for fangs and I lose again. Interesting. I don't understand. Like, I guess I just am underestimating the importance of Soak for Zamora. Like, Doomball is okay absorb, but not great. But what it is good at is good Soak. And I guess that's more what Zamora needs, right? They have enough time against any Shadow Fang lines I could find to hang on. So I don't know. Maybe like I made some mistakes for sure in the mirror, but I was behind by a lot, right? No small mistake cost me this game. There was some bigger picture strategic thing. You know, for example, maybe the second Animus. But I think if I didn't do this, I was just losing for sure. And this introduced some asymmetry into the position. I don't know. Maybe I could have gotten the Conduits sooner and built more NGs or something. I don't know. Maybe I could have stayed away from red entirely. I don't think that's correct. Tarsier is kind of the best attacker you can get if you're not getting Shadow Fangs. Huh. Well, okay, I learned something about Zamora, I think. I hope. I could have tried 1C here. We talked about that. It's just so... like... I feel like this should lose to Fangs, right? It was sort of close when the other player had a 7 drone 1C, but a 6 drone 1C? Like, how do you even do that when your opponent can do this? This is disastrous, isn't it? I don't know about this third NG, actually. Yeah, this is terrible. Just get a drone. Why did I get a third NG, but instead, I don't even know what I was thinking. And they can just, like, get enough so you can drone up some more, I guess. And they just really absolutely drop the hammer on me with this Shadow Fang. It's, like, horrible, right? It must be. Oops. Now they can even get a Tarsier and keep droning. I don't know. I'll play it out because I thought the red player had won the other game when in fact they lost, so not the other game, the other analysis. my Zamora's firing next turn. They need to defend a bit. This'll do. Let's build another one. Why not? Just to push a little harder. This is all the defense I can get. Is it enough? They get to keep 3 health alive plus the rhino they're defending on, so they lose 2 rhinos and a side. That's 3. This does defend. I need at least 2 conduits. Make the rest engineers, I guess. And I don't know, guys. Like, Zamora's crazy. This defends again. This is unbelievable. Are you for real? I mean, okay, this defends, but wow, 17 is such a large number, but really they're -3 on this? Still 14, I mean. This no longer defends. This allows a breach if they click all their sides. But that's sort of hard to do, isn't it? Like, let's say, can they really do this? No, it's just not possible. They get absolutely murdered. So they can't even breach. They can barely defend. But, like, I'm just miles ahead. This is... I don't understand. Fang and Sai Brush, like, really ought to punish a turn 1 Zamora. I don't get it. Why doesn't it? Doomed Wall is that important? Wow. Okay, well... So that means that 1C is actually good if opponent doesn't mirror. So the question is then, like, what do you do if opponent mirrors? And in that case, like, I think 1C is okay, isn't it? You can get back to droning later if your opponent's not actually attacking you. Huh. So I guess my mistake here was turn 1, not opening 1C. Wow. Okay, so I guess I just need to think more about Soak in relation to Zamora. Right, next time I have a set with Zamora, if there's good Soak and some way to, like, rush out the Zamora faster than seems reasonable, it should actually be good to do so because of the Soak. Without the Doomed Wall, I think that the Zamora player is quite dead if they open 1C. But with it, they're actually able to fend off even Shadow Fangs, which is pretty remarkable to me. Okay, cool. Well, I think we might have spent more time analyzing that game than we did playing it. I'm not sure. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. I know I did, and I hope that you found that useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.